Howdy, people. Working on the 86 cart again, finally. Because I've been working on the 1JZS13 for a while. Corey's working on his FRS.
It's a BRZ.
FRS.
BRZ.
All right, well, Corey's working on his FRS.
It's a BRZ. I have digital AC controls and they don't.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Working on the 86 cart. I'm going to make some motor mounts for the engine that we're putting in, which is pretty fucking cool. And I'm going to work on some other stuff. I don't know what I'm going to work on today, but we're going to work on some stuff on this, finally. It's going to be cool. First things first, we're going to clean off all that grime, because it's fucking gross. Should have pressure washed it, but I don't feel like dragging it outside, so I'm just going to brush it, sweep it off, and then I'm going to cut those guys off with Sawzall, angle grinder, or something. One of those tools. So here they both are, cut off. This one's fresh cut, this one is halfway ground down with the big old grinder. And the reason I have to grind it all down and take the paint off is because I'm gonna weld some stuff there, which will then bolt to here. Those two bolts right there. And it's just gonna, you know, sit right on top like standard motor mounts. And then I have to do a transmission mount. So I pulled the AC compressor, and now I'm pulling the power steering pump because those are for rich white women. And this is not a rich white woman's car. So, very conveniently, we have just the alternator on the belt, which is all we need. Fuck this side. And then I'm hoping the header is gonna have good clearance on the steering rack, but we shall see. Otherwise, I gotta make a new one. Got the engine up in the air, and now we're gonna jam it right in there and hope the this little 6-speed trans fits in that factory 5-speed trans tunnel. We shall see. Any guesses what it is yet? I'm sure some of you Toyota guys might know. So I pulled the plastic engine cover off so that I didn't damage anything, but I need to pull those heater hoses because we're not going to be running heat. And I need to bang out the trans tunnel because that 6-speed takes up a little bit more space than the little 4AG 5-speed. So that's got to come back out. So I was just doing some research and I discovered that you need to lower the subframe in relation to the frame rail by 1 inch for this engine swap. A couple companies sell some things, some spacers for it, but I don't do that. I'm gonna make some, but I don't have any material here, so I gotta pick up something tomorrow. But we're gonna wiggle our way onto the back, and I think I'm going to make these guys. I'm gonna make them a little bit longer just to raise the ride height just a bit, and I got some cool that stuff right there. Solid aluminum, 1 1/4 inch maybe. Good stuff. Cut it in half, taper the ends, get it a cool look, and drill and tap both the ends. Ta-da! 2 pieces. Now to the lathe. So I didn't have a big enough drill and tap for this, for the little rod ends that I bought. There's Dante. Somebody photoshopped my finger on top of Dante. But anyways, picked up the material, big old slab of aluminum, drilled some holes, and now I'm just going to clean up the cut edge with lay flap disc. Probably just gonna clean them up, flatten them, bevel the edges, draw a little penis on it, all that good stuff. here they are all cleaned up. Just made the edges all pretty. And now, I need to go pick up some giant fucking bolts. Bigger than my dick. Not saying much, but here's the old ones next to the new ones. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. So I got the proper drill bit and everything for this. Got those done up. Pretty fucking cool. I used a hole saw to cut this because it moves the shifter back. I just need to clean up that, and then I'll probably just make a cover for it or something. Something nifty looking. Made this switch panel, which bolts to the factory brackets right there. Just has some random fucking screws in it right now, and these are pretty loose. But it looks cool, and then I could use that to start on the wiring harness. I got the steering column tacked in place, but I need to shift it over a little bit to make it better centered on the seat. And it's the oil pressure sender that goes to the digital gauge cluster that I have. And this guy. This is a coolant temperature sensor that goes to the same thingy. And I'm going to drill and tap it, probably right there. I don't know if it goes on the bottom or the top, actually. Maybe there, maybe down there. I'm gonna look. Don't remember off the top of my head. We'll see. That little guy's in there nice and secure now. So we can put him away and move on to the oil pressure sensor. But you gotta check out Dante's bike. Dante's bike runs. So I got these giant ass bolts in, and now I can bolt up the front subframe and then drop the old engine in and make some mounts. So the subframe is all bolted up and ready to go. I'm gonna need to hammer out the trans tunnel a little bit, but I'm not exactly sure how much. I'll just measure and get a rough idea and then whack it with a hammer a bunch. And then I'm also gonna need to cut, I think that, maybe this. Maybe I'll just cut the whole fucking section so I can move the motor back a decent amount, which will be cool for the weight distribution. We'll see. We'll see where I can put it. But that's all for this video. Hopefully in the next video, I will actually accomplish getting an engine and transmission mounted into this fucking thing. But we shall see. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video because good shit will be happening.